Good morning, Coach Drown. How you doing?
Good morning. It's good to talk to y'all.
Good to talk to you as well. I appreciate you taking some time to talk with all of us this morning. We're a couple games in the Sun Belt play right now, and before we get to any questions, your thoughts on your season so far?
Well, from Sun Belt play, to be honest with you, we're a little disappointed. We had the 3 home games to start the season, and we finished 0-3, and we were in all 3 of those. Felt like we could have got a win in any of them, and didn't get a win in any of the 3. So that was a disappointment for us. But I will say this: our kids have continued to work hard. We're getting better at things, and we're able to go down to Monroe last Thursday night, got a good road win, and did a lot of positive things. And ran into a very good Lafayette team Saturday that just really shot the ball well. We got off to a good start. We led after the first quarter, but, we just could not stay up with them. They shot the ball extremely well from 3, and thought we got lost a little composure, in the second quarter and kind of got away from us a little bit. But, we get to come home this weekend. We're excited about that, and we're looking forward to the remainder of the Sun Belt.
Yeah, so you mentioned this past weekend it's pretty atypical for a team to shoot that well against you as your team leads the Sun Belt in field goal percentage defense. What did you really take away from this past weekend, especially the game against Louisiana?
Well, we zone a lot, and they just stepped up and made shots. We tried some different things to counter that, but Gordon, Jones, they had several kids that stepped up and just shot the ball extremely well. I think they were over 50% from 3 as a team, for the game. And, that's a little unusual even, heck, just to walk on the floor and shoot the basketball by yourself to shoot at that rate is pretty high. So, it was a little frustrating, and they got to a streak there in the second quarter where they probably hit 5-6 in a row. And, we just could not stay up with that, and they expanded the lead on us right there. But, we'll make some adjustments. We'll see them a little bit later when they come into Hanner. But, again, right now our focus is swinging over to Coastal Carolina for Thursday night and looking forward to that game.
Well, what did getting your first Sun Belt win of the season do for you on that Thursday night in Monroe?
Well, confidence is such a big thing. And, we were disappointed, like I said, coming off the 3 home games, that we felt like in Hanner that, we felt like we could have gotten all 3 of them. We really felt like we could be 3-0 when we stepped on the floor down at Monroe, but we weren't. And so, you just got to keep battling, and that's the message you send to your players. And I was really proud of how our kids came out down there. We very aggressive at the start. We attacked. We got great looks, and we built a big lead up. They made a little run at us, and we were able to withstand that. So I think just from a confidence standpoint, it was really good to get that first one out of the way, and to get rewarded for your continued hard work, because our kids have continued to battle and try to get better every day in practice, and so you want them to get some reward for that, and so that was a nice. That was a nice reward that we got to be able to go down there and get that first one.
Well, Coach, you mentioned 2 home games coming up against Coastal Carolina and App State. Your thoughts on the upcoming opponents for this weekend?
Well, of course, this is Coastal's first year in the Sun Belt, so this is our first time to see them. Been watching a lot of film on them this week. Actually got to see some film on them earlier. They had played Clemson back in November, and we watched that game. So I kind of got a little bit of look at them, even though our focus was on Clemson at that time. But, they're very athletic. I know they got a really nice win last Saturday night against App at home and came from behind to do that. So we're getting prepared for some things that we'll see from them. And then App, that's a big rivalry game for them. We split with them last year. We both won on the road. And so, that's always a good contest. Anytime somebody from Southern and App State get together, that's always, usually a very intense affair. So it should be an exciting weekend. Our students are back on campus, first time in the Sun Belt play that we've had students on campus. So it should be a good weekend for us.
And Coach, one final question. With this week, the Sun Belt announced that we are partnering with the American Cancer Society in support of Coach Elderkin up at App State, who you get a chance to see on Saturday. Your thoughts on the initiative coming up next week?
Well, I think it's a very fitting tribute, and Angel's just, a wonderful person, and, she's one of the first people I got to meet in the league, one of the first coaches when I first got here, and actually, my wife and I sat across the table from her at a Sunbelt dinner that we had and got a chance to speak with her and get to know her. And so, our prayers just go out to her, and I think it's a wonderful tribute to her, and I think it's a way for the Sunbelt to acknowledge, what she's going through, but the courage that she's demonstrating and the message she's sending out to other people who are going through similar situations. So, I think it'll be an outstanding tribute, and I'm glad everyone in the Sunbelt is getting to participate in that.
Coach, actually, I lied. One more final question for you. With the tournament coming up and all 12 teams coming to New Orleans to participate, how does that change how you prepare the rest of the way, knowing that in March you will be making the trip down here to compete for the conference title?
Well, I think it's a good move. I think, anytime you can reward the whole league and take everybody there, I know it makes a little extra work and some extra games and everything, but I know it knowing you're going sure helps in preparation. When you're not sure, when you only take 8 and you're sitting there and you're trying to decide, what you do on flights or buses or different things like that. We were able to sit down back in the summertime and basically set out the itinerary, that we would be looking at. So it takes a lot of that pressure off. But, it's just it's going to be a great environment, to take all 12 people down there and to everybody together in the same place playing for the Sun Belt Championship. I think it gives our kids something as they continue to keep getting better as we go through the regular season, that we know, hey, we got off to a slow start, but, we have a lot of basketball ahead of us in regular season, plus we have the Sun Belt tournament coming up. So it's a focus thing that you just keep your kids, focused on and keep pushing forward. A lot of things can change between January and March. So we're just trying to get better every day and trying to become the best basketball team we can by the time we hit New Orleans.
Sounds good, Coach. Thanks a lot for your time this morning, and appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of the way, and we'll see you in a few months down in New Orleans.
Sounds great. We're looking forward to it.